call is now being
Global
recorded.
Telling, usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello, Joe.
Hello?
Good morning, Joe. Just wanted to let you know we are currently live.
Good morning.
Good morning, man. Nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it sounds like that. It sounds like I'm in the live studio session right now.
Yeah.
I can hear the difference.
Hey, before when I got that wake up call, like I still I still got lagañas in my eyes now.
Lagañas, yeah. Lagañas covering the face. And I'm like, well, it's a big boulder, bro. Let me move this to the side real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. So how you been? The other day I was on the other day. I don't remember who I was on with, but we had an ICEMAN. He was asking, hey, when is Big Joe coming on? And I was like, man, he'll be on. I just talked to him. He'll be on Thursday. He was like, man, I'm gonna take my headphones and I'm gonna be listening to him at work. So shout out to ICEMAN if he's oh no, it's too early already. It's too early. Maybe he's getting ready to go to work. I think they don't open up Costco, if I remember correctly, till 10 a.m. or somewhere around that time.
Oh, man. Oh, my boy got a Costco Connect. Oh, for sure I'm going to see him when I get out. Whenever I get out, I'm like, let me get some of them pizzas, boy. Let me get all this Costco Connect hookup.
Hey, nah.
Let me get your employee discount. Can I get your employee discount? You're looking out, bro. Yeah.
He works in the he's a butcher. He works in the meat department. And you know what? Funny enough.
Oh my God.
Costco employees, they don't get any discounts on the any of the items in the store. What they do get is they get really good pay. They get a really good health benefits, and they get a free membership. Yeah. But they don't get any discounts on any of the items. At the store. But man,
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, bro. You tell ICEMAN wherever I work, he's gonna get employee discounts for me. Then, we share the love right here. That's how we grow as an economy. That's how we network. Like where you work at, Jack in the Crack, we'll be over there real quick. You ever want some KFC? Come over, slide through.
There it is.
Man, that's cool that ICEMAN said that, man. I appreciate that, ICEMAN. I'm gonna find time. I don't know where you live, but if I ever get out of here, man, we're probably gonna go work out. We're gonna go hit a session together, man, and videotape it and give it to James so they could see us on Swole.
Yeah.
Maybe Swole with a fat belly. Looking like that fool from Austin Powers. Get in my belly. Working out with a thing over our head. The headband. Sweaty, greasy mofos right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think ICEMAN, if I remember correctly, he's somewhere I think he's near San Francisco. I don't know the exact details, but somewhere in that vicinity. So imagine that'll be cool, like that'll be full circle right there. Yeah, hopefully, one day.
Yeah, that'll be full circle. You'll see my little puny arms trying to lift weights. Like, whoa, okay. This is what this feels like. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, we coming through with a special Valentine's Day special, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a good one. I mean, it ain't gonna be all that great, but it's a little something. We didn't have the tablets on yesterday, James. So as an inmate, that's not surprising because it was Valentine's Day, so they shut us all down. I don't know if the girls had no calls from their guys. If any of the girls listening got to do it in jail, and he wasn't able to call you yesterday or message you, man. I know he was going through it, trying to restart his phone probably like 20, 40 times like us because we had nothing. And it's not surprising because it was Valentine's Day. So sometimes, people are still people. Cops are still cops, and sometimes the person in control of it all says, you know what, I don't think they should have this day,
Man, definitely.
So that happened yesterday.
I'm pretty sure they ruined a lot of people's days yesterday. I'm pretty sure, they were looking for, to, hitting up, the wives, the girlfriends, and, possibly the Sanchas. So, It must have been, a lot of people. I'm pretty sure they were hard timing it yesterday.
Yeah, they were, and I think they got a term for that. I've been reading on it. It's called WAGs, wives and girlfriends, with the S at the end for the sunshine, and check this out, man. I have my day planned out, and we got these e-cards on this tablet, right? And they're a new edition. They're old already, but it's kind of new. They weren't there always, right? So I was like, oh, for Valentine's Day, I'm gonna hit with a little picture, a little card, and then say a little something, And then all throughout the day, I had my whole day planned like that. Like, I'm just gonna hit, bing, 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 bing. Man, none of that shit went down. None of that went down because they wouldn't even let me play a video game on here. We couldn't even get in the front door.
Hey, but
the tablets were down.
Like a few days ago, you sent me that Valentine's card that you wanted me to share with with the audience, with the Collect Call community. Yeah. And I put that up, so hopefully whoever your loved one is, they were able to see that and get some joy out of that. Hopefully.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's for the world. That was for the world. That's going out to you guys for.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Yeah, that was going out to everybody for Valentine's Day. Wishing you all a special one, and maybe people are grown up now. They're like, it's just another day, But somebody out there's feeling it, For everybody that's letting it dry up a little bit, there's another one soaking wet, They feeling the love.
Yeah, and right now I'm in the chat. Right now we got Amy in here, and we also have Karina. So they're sending out shout outs to us. So and Amy was asking about the videos, how long the videos could be when they send them in, and I was replying to her 30 seconds and 100 megabytes. So as long as they're within that, they'll go ahead and go through and hopefully the officers don't take more than a day or two, to approve them, because there's been times where I know I sent a video to Javier, and it took over a month for them to approve it.
Yeah. Sometimes the videos take a long time, but best wishes to both of you. Good morning to both of you. And they take a while sometimes. For us, it's usually like 1 day to like 4 days, and then usually the cool cops, they'll come to work because they work and then they're off, then they come back. So when they're off, they'll just sit there, and when they come back to work, it's real easy to press the button like, okay, that ain't nothing, clear. But some cops come to work and they don't really do nothing, so they're accustomed to it, so they don't really like pressing a button to approve videos, They just like, the next guy can handle that,
Man, I wish I had a job like that, man. If I wanted to work, then I work, and if I didn't, then I didn't. But unfortunately, I'm not
man,
lucky like that.
This is a plush job, man. When I look at their job, it's so they got the best job in the world, bro. They come to work, they chill. They have to run to alarms. That's about when they work, when they run to alarm, But other than that, man, they just be chilling, man. I've been at other prisons where I walk into like an office, like, because they always have an office. They have a podium where they sit at, and they got like an office, right? I've been at another prison where I walk in the office, and the male officer will have his shoes off, like his boots. I'll be like, "What's up, fool? Don't wake your ass up," because he'll be asleep, And I'll be like, "Wake your ass up, fool! What you doing? Like, they're gonna hit alarm right now." And whoever's with me, whatever inmates, would just start talking crazy to this fool, He'll be like, "Shut the fuck up and get out of here." We're like, "Damn, fool! Like, America paid you for this shit. Somebody could be losing their life." And he'll be like, "Ain't nobody losing their life, But yeah, what I was like, this fool got a set on him, because imagine like a sergeant walks in and like, "What's up with you, dude?" This fool got his feet all on the desk with no shoes on.
Just drooling on the table, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Vava's coming out his mouth on his cheek, He's like, I had a bender last night, guys. KC just won, Yeah, you got them, bro. You got those guys, bro. And yeah, prison. You see a lot of different crazy things in prison. You know, that's just one of them.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you think he'll explain that to his sergeant if he walks in? You know, he has baba all over his face.
He'll be like, "Oh man, I stepped on a rock. I had to get this rock out of my boot, man. It was killing me. We had an alarm. I won't be able to make it. Some drag will come out of his mouth." And man, you just made me think about something, James, about like stuff that you don't see. That's like the people might not. They'll never see it. If you were never in prison, you would never probably think it, right? I mean, you would probably think it maybe if you're like a girl, but it's Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's Day yesterday, man. I hope everybody had a good one. But now let me tell you about some memories coming to mind. I was in New Delano, and if this CEO ever hears this podcast, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, that was me. Yeah, that was me. I did that." Right? We're on. I believe this was the time when the Northerners and the Southerners, like, we were beefing, and in New Delano, I forget what year it was, but it had to be from 2006 to 2010. There was a Mattelli's mocking me right now. There was a Northerner, and he said some rude comments, right, about Southerners, and long story short, they told him, like, "Hey, like, we're not gonna put up for that, right? So you guys got to get rid of him," and they never did. They never, in prison, most of the violence is self-inflicted. It's like your own people will take care of their mistake, So when the homies told them that, they didn't do that. They just let it be, So after a couple of days, then the homies moved on them, and one of them's my ex-Sally. A little guy his name starts with a D. He's from El Monte, California, and they ended up killing that Northerner, in the day room. And none of the Northerners got in. They just like washed their hands with it. They let it be, And in the following year, for other reasons, the Northerners decided to kick off a riot right there in New Delano. So they ended up strategizing, and they did a nice move over there. They did a nice move, and they ended up killing a homie from the lot stoners in East LA, and the homie was probably like 22, 23 years old. So that kicked off a bunch of a chain reaction, a domino effect, right after that happened. And this is around that time. Now let's get to the brighter side of things with the Valentine's thing, where I was going. So we're locked down and we're cuffed up, and homies are fools. So everyone's going to medical because they're like, you're trying to get back for that incident, right? And you just put in medical slips. My knee hurts, my back hurts, my neck hurts, my wrist hurt, whatever you're like, I got a cold, whatever you're saying to get out the cell. And you're going cuffs, but the thing is, just get out the cell. Like, we'll worry about the cuffs later, So we're all going deep to medical. And medical is like a little cage. It probably holds like 8 people comfortably, but there's like 20 of us packed up in there like sardines, and some homies are going out and some homies are coming in, and you're just waiting for a slip up, like put one of these guys in the tank with us, on accident. And homies are going in, coming out, and everything's slammed, everything's locked down. So when we're in there, everyone was from different blocks. So in 180s, it's how you meet people, because it's like upper yard and lower yard. So we're all meeting each other, and a lot of us know each other. And there's this guy cop right there, right? And he's just watching us, and there has to be a cop at medical, so he's the cop assigned to medical. And then there's this nurse, and she might be
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
She's something medical. She has no cop clothes on. She has like a normal nurse attire, right? And she goes to the restroom. But these fools we've been seeing the flirtation with them all day, and we're just all waiting to go to see the doctor, and we're just all killing time. And she goes to the restroom, And then, like, I don't know, 2, 3, 5 minutes later, this fool goes to the restroom. And all the homies are like, watch out, watch out. You know, like, look, look, look. And we're like, okay. You know, everyone's tripping. Like, this fool just went in there with her. I'm going to call you right back and tell you how that turned out.
All right. All right, so good morning to everybody. I just saw Fish Lair SoCal stepped in, and you know, I really appreciate, you know, you those of you that are currently listening to the streaming. There's not too much to watch on the screen for now, but hopefully, you know, in the future that's gonna be that'll be changing. Anyhow, yeah. So you know, I've been off for the last few days. You know, I had asked Joe if he wanted to come on a few days ago, and he agreed to, you know, obviously jumping on today, Thursday.
This call is now being recorded.
Esta es Global Talent. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Talent.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, James. So they go in there, and this fool's in the restroom with her, and then like we forget about them. You know, we're talking and we're looking out the window. We're just all cuffed up, chilling, and then every now and then we'll be like, "Is that fool still in there?" And we'll be like, "Yeah," or somebody's be like, "No, well, he can't be." Like, yeah, they're in there so long, bro, that another female has to use the restroom, right? And she don't know they're in there, so she goes. And she has to walk like in front of us and go like it's the backwards U. So she starts off on one end, comes by us, does the line in front of us, and goes all the way back to where the restroom's at. And she opens the door and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." And we're all like, "Whoa," you know. And she comes back and the nurse is probably like, "What the hell?" Like she caught them, you know. They've been in there for a minute, bro. They've been in there for like at least half an hour, like 40 minutes, you know. It's been a minute. And the dude comes out. And we're all just looking at him, and that was like, you know, winks his eye, like, you know, I did that, I got that, you know. We're like, yeah, we know. One of us got to win. We're shooting comments like that, you know. And anyway, she comes out maybe like, she takes a while. She comes out maybe like 3 minutes, 5 minutes later, right? And homies are fools. So when she comes by, like everyone's quiet, and then out of nowhere, fools are just like, "Show!" Like under their breath type shit, and whistling like under their breath. And she puts her hand in front of her face, bro, and she's smiling, and she has to walk in front of all of us, you know. And she's like, you know, she does the walk, and yeah, she was happy. Yeah, one thing, he left her happy, bro, you know. And exciting day for those gentlemen that worked at prison, the officer and the lady, you know. One for you on Valentine's Day special.
Man, she had to do she had to do the walk of shame in front of everybody.
You know what, James? If that was what it was, it sure didn't feel like that. That was the walk of pride of.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
That was the walk of pride, of strength, of joy, of like, I just got that in too, bro. So calm your little butt down, you know. She was extremely joyful, you know, and she's probably like, "Man, I can't believe all these fools just seen," you know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you something, because the Fish Lair just, you know, he put something in the comments right now. So he says,
okay,
how many dudes, you know, be tripping that somebody else, you know, be sending their vato or ruca a Valentine's
SoCal Fish Lair is a fool. Hey, bro. Hey, how many fools be tripping that they send their vatos?
No, he didn't do that part. I had that part.
Oh, you did that part.
Yeah. Hey,
that was humor, bro.
Hey, you never know, you know, like, hey, this is 2024, you know.
You never know, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Hey, bro, I got stories for you, bro. Okay, since you brought that up, I was at New Delano with the wood. I won't say his name, and they were locked down, right? And New Delano, it's right there. Everything's on the up and up, you know. And so fools probably wouldn't even imagine this, you know. But we're all right there chilling, and this wood, he's a good wood, and you know, he's my neighbor. And he tells me, "Hey, fool, can you make a call for me? Because they're locked down, and he wants his package." And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." You know, so I go to the payphones. This is when we had the payphones, no tablets. And I call. And I think I talked to this dude's grandpa, you know. And he's like, you know, he's like, "Oh, we're working here, me and three of my homeboys." And I'm like, "Huh?" And he's like, you know, and I'm like, "Oh my God, what's up with you, fool?" And he's like, we clowned him, me and my son will be clowning him. He'll be like, "Shoot, I get a package every quarter," and I'll be like, "This fool's crazy," you know. But yeah, that was his dealio, you know. And this was like 2008, 2007, somewhere like that. And I was like, "Dang, you just never know, you know."
Well, you know what? So
yeah, you just never know.
Let me. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the question correctly. So he was asking.
Okay. Yeah.
Ask him how many dudes be tripping that someone else be sending a happy Valentine's card to their ladies. So like recently, like okay, go for it.
You're talking about in prison? You're talking about both guys are in prison?
So
hey, bro, I think that's so disrespectful. That's so shady. That's so like First of all, I will be tripping. Personally, me speaking personally, I will be tripping on the girl too. I'll be like, you know what? I see something. Something's right here. That you know, you could have him. I'll step back. It's me. I'm antisocial. What's that Taylor Swift song? I'm the problem. It's me. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want me to work? Okay. Okay. Yeah, James, that's what happened. That's what I would do. That's what I would do, bro. I'll be like, you know what? I'm cool. I'll step aside. It's me, apparently, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll dip out. But I think other fools will be extremely hot, James. I think they'll be like, what? I think that could lead to fighting, bro. That could lead to stabbing. That could lead to a whole lot of stuff, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely the wrong place, you know, for to be doing something like that. Or because you know what, I know,
Yeah.
like sometimes, you know, there's these ladies, you know, get on this prison pen pal website and whatnot, and sometimes, you know, they talk to multiple multiple inmates at the same time. So I could see something like that definitely, going left real quick, you know. And that, you know, they might not even be in the same yard or even the same prison, but people move around and things happen, and people talk, and you might start talking about prison websites, and next thing you know, you find out that you're talking to the same lady or the same young lady.
Bro.
Yep.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Bro. Since we had these tablets, a girl got at me, right? And her dude, I blocked her, right? I blocked her before even pictures came up. But she said that. She said, "Hey, I got a dude. Hope you don't mind," or something like that. And I was just like, this girl is a crazy one, you know, like, and me and my Sally thought that she was trying to cause conflict with that individual. Maybe she didn't want him going home. You know, what better way could I get him to stay in there if he gets in trouble? Like he was gonna go home after a life sentence type situation, right? And we just thought that was scandalous, and we thought more importantly, like that's it's not appropriate, you know. It's not appropriate in my eyes, at least, you know. But and this is why it's not appropriate, James. There's millions of guys out there, bro. So if you got a guy in jail and you can't get something out there where he don't know about, like you got to go to that prison to try to get something. It's just shady, and it just smells wrong, bro. It smells like they ate the wrong thing, and we don't want to be in that restroom, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yeah, there's plenty of people, you know, in the free world. So why do you have to go down that route? And especially if
that's like
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's like That's like a guy. That's like a guy. And to all my ladies out there, that's like a guy. That's like I'm with you. Picture I'm with you out there, right? And then instead of me going and find all these millions of girls out there that you could go here or there, I go to your cousin. And all of a sudden you find out we're on the Jerry Springer show. I'm with your sister. Like, you don't do that. That's just like, come on, bro. We're not perfect. Sometimes you might slip up, right? But if you slip up, you better not slip up on the same tree. You know what I mean? Like, don't slip up that ugly and that nasty, and like it just feels like you're trying to be hurtful. You know?
You know right now that you mentioned Jerry Springer, it triggered a memory. And it's funny because
Yeah.
you know the area where this happened at. So back in the days when we were young, we used to go to the arena, and there was some people they got into a fight, and it was like in the middle of the height.
Did you go on the wrong night?
No. We're on
Did you go on the wrong night, bro?
We were on the right night. We were on the we were on the right night, but this was like street issues and stuff. Because they're streetwalkers right there, but they're not the normal streetwalkers that you're thinking about. So anyway, I think there was like some type of conflict like that, and then all the people from the arena were out there and they were cheering Jerry, and they were like like encouraging the people to keep on getting into it because they were fighting. So it triggered that memory when you said Jerry Springer.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it, bro. But yeah, that's my personal view on it, bro. I think a lot of people would, some guys might not be able to hold their temper, and it would lead to physical, because even the confrontation, like, what are you gonna do? You find out, and you're gonna go talk to this individual because he's gonna be eating at them, and then that confrontation is gonna go crazy, and who knows how disrespectful the other guy is, like. Your girl got it, you know what I mean? And not saying that's disrespectful, but it's like he could get nasty with that. And I think it's an ugly situation, something that I wouldn't advise anybody to do,
And it kind of sucks for that gentleman. He was you said he was a lifer, and he was in the process of possibly going home. Hopefully, he was he able to make it home, or how
Oh yeah, he went home. He went home, bro. He went home, and hopefully, I don't know. He went home. I don't know if he's gonna stay in contact with her. I don't know what's gonna go on, but he went home.
You know what? I wanted to also touch on a touchy subject, kind of. How the other day we were talking about, how you were talking about music, and then you were talking about you brought up SPM, and I was thinking about it yesterday. I was driving, and he came up, and then I was the man. You know what?
Yeah.
People forget that like a lot of this music and stuff, it's tied to memories, of certain places and time, certain places you've been at or whatever. And I was like, man. So the song came on. I was like, man. I remember during this time, when we were listening to that music. We were clubbing a lot, we would go to this club called the Century Club right there in Century City, and then I was like, man, like,
okay,
so we forget, a lot of this music, it's tied to memories, and either good memories, bad memories. When you were on the street, was he already out already, or you started listening to him, when you were already in prison?
No, bro, I was already locked up, and I was locked up, bro, when I started hearing SPM, and he was out for a while, and I didn't listen to him, and then one day they let me use a CD, and I was like, oh my God, I fell in love with his music. I was like, this fool's off the hook. I can't believe I didn't hear him like that, but yeah, and you know what? Because you say that. You brought him up today. I hear this fool almost every morning when we're getting up before breakfast. Somebody is bumping this fool every morning, so that gives you bro. Like people in prison, people love his music. Like, it's real relatable to the prison population now. Now I know all the accusations, but I don't think nobody's thinking about those thinking about that stuff when they bump him. And I know they don't support that stuff, you know, but they're just listening to tunes that they like, you know.
Yeah. Let me ask you another one. Okay, if I mentioned to you an artist, could you tell me like what prison you were at when their music was popping?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely, my boy. Just shoot. I'll shoot from the hip on this one.
All right. So 50 Cent in the club or Many Men.
2003. Oh, excuse me, 2003. I'm saying.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Salinas Valley State Prison. I was in 2003 to 2006. That was all G-Unit, and that was all Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo. That was Young Buck, 50 Cent. I had all the G-Unit radios, G-Unit 1, G-Unit 2. I'm not talking about the G-Unit album. I'm talking about G-Unit radios, G-Unit Part 5, I think, where Game got introduced. G-Unit Radio 8, where Game had...
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Like, yeah, bro, when 50 Cent came out, I was at a thirst for rap because I felt like Tupac's dead, like Cube's not doing nothing no more. The last album we had was Chronic 2001. Like, the East Siders were coming through, but not everything on the CD was a hit like that. They had a few songs. 50 Cent gave me a whole album again, and I was loving it.
All right, so the call was disconnected. He should be calling us back shortly. Joe, Big Joe normally calls back relatively quickly. He's really good, dialing back. So just sit tight, and we'll definitely continue with the music conversation. I heard 50 Cent was really popular in the prison system. You know, when he blew up. So I figured let's see what kind of memories he had when 50 Cent came out and where he was at. So and the only reason I mentioned that because I remember when I was in the halls, they used to play a lot of oldies, and whenever I listen to oldies, it takes me back to that place in time.
This call is now being recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello? Yeah.
I was saying, thank goodness I wasn't out in 2003 when that 50 Cent album came out, because Lord knows I was not ready at that time. I was still young thugging right here, So, good thing I didn't go out right there.
What about
I was still that same individual, yeah.
What about when the game came out? When what was Game's hit?
Documentary
right.
2.
Yeah.
Who Got Game? Yeah, I was there for all that. But that was Salinas Valley too.
Oh, this is how
and
we do it.
And I had 2 Super 3 radios. Yeah, this is how. With him and 50 Cent.
Yeah.
And I had 2 Super 3 radios right there. I had a J1 in the cell. I had 3 radios in the cell right there, bro. I used to open up the tray slot with a sheet. Not every inmate used to know how to do this. So when you do it in front of inmates that don't know how, they'll be like, "What?" So I used to open up the thing with the sheet, because on big searches I had so many radios I have to ship them out through the tray slot. So we'll be shooting them out upstairs, down the tier, like for the big search. That way they can survive the search,
Yeah. And what prison were you at when 50 Cent came out? What year?
Salinas Valley, 2003.
Okay. So it was right around the same time.
Okay, James, we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go for a walk right now. I'm gonna take you guys with me. Hold on. Let's go. Keep talking.
All right. Oh, I thought you were gonna take us down memory lane. Not literally. You were gonna start walking.
No. No, listen to this. Listen to this, bro. Listen to this. You heard the Chronic, the 2001. This is what it really sounds like. You heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what it really sounds like, bro. Live and direct. You know what I mean?
That was a door
shut,
right?
Man right there.
Yeah. No
Yeah, that
more,
was door shutting.
no more locked doors, man.
Yeah, no more locked doors, you know? Yeah. What other music you got for me? I remember Avril Lavigne at that time, too. I remember Blink 182. I remember all kinds of good stuff at that time.
Yeah, during that time, I was listening mostly to rap music. I remember Young
Yeah.
Jeezy, being out, and then I also remember
Oh,
Gucci Man. He had a lot of mixtapes
yeah.
too. I'm not sure if you guys were getting a hold of the
Yeah.
Gucci Man and the Snowman mixtapes over there on the underground music, or not underground, but
You know
mixtapes.
what?
Yep.
I used to buy music from New York. It used to be a little CD place, and you would have to skip a package and get 10 CDs, but they had everything underground and all kinds of stuff, right? And look at the echo in this corridor right here.
Yeah.
So Thug Motivation 101. That's what I remember from Young Jeezy back then. Thug Motivation 101.
Yeah. Man, that CD used to
Yeah.
knock. That CD,
Yeah.
man, we were bumping it. Like most of the songs on that CD, they're really they were they were good songs. I mean,
Nice.
yeah. And then I remember
Yeah.
that whole thing where
Count so much money that hurts your hands. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I relate, bro. You know? Yeah. I was in prison. Counting up hundreds. Yeah.
And then we also got we had what was it, Little John and the East Side Boys, and then that song with Usher.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Lovers and Friends. I love that one. And I love Shake It Like a Salt Shaker. And I love From the Windows to the Walls to the Sweat Drip Off Them. I love all that. I was locked up though, bro. I was daydreaming at that time. I was like, man, I always loved the club. I always loved the club scene, So those kind of songs, they make me think of that,
Yeah, man. During that time, we were
Yeah.
definitely, we're in our prime, going out with me and my buddies, man. We were hitting all the clubs in LA from for like the Century Club. We're heading out to Artesia. Oh, I forgot that there was a club, the Mirage in Artesia, Stock Exchange in downtown
Yeah.
LA. What was it, Margarita
Speak it, homie.
Jones?
Speak it. Let the world know.
Margarita Jones.
Let the world know
so-
this culture we got over here, bro. Miami ain't the only place with dance floors,
Yeah, man. Yeah, so definitely taking a little trip down memory lane.
Yeah. Now I'm taking you guys in the clinic.
Oh, so
Keep talking, bro.
what do you have? What do you have going on right now that you're? Because this is the first time for us,
How you doing? Good morning, bro. A little blood spill right here? I got it. Okay.
Right here, and then on the bench there was something.
Okay.
Broken nose.
Okay. Okay.
Possibly dried up,
Yeah.
and this area here too.
Okay, I got you. Take care of this right now.
Oh, hey Joe. So
I know. Yeah.
So you're in charge of cleanups. Like, did I hear correctly that there's some blood splatter or some type of fluid?
I'll take care of the blood right now. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you heard. All the way live.
That's right. Yeah, man.
All the way live. El Iceman. This for the Iceman right here, homie. They had the UFC.
So I remember earlier on when we were talking before we jumped on the air, you had mentioned that all the cops had disappeared. So I'm guessing they are responded to to this incident here where you're about to do cleanup. All right, so it seems either I'm not sure if those tablets could go on mute or it lost a signal, but we definitely are not communicating with him right now. Hopefully, whatever, or maybe he's in a dead zone. So hopefully, he's able to get back on. But early on, when we were talking, he had mentioned that I guess there was maybe like an alert or a siren or whatever they call it. And all the officers had responded to that, so there wasn't a lot of them on his unit. So I guess that's what happened. Somebody ended up getting into some type of altercation. I'm guessing. With this prison, that's what I'm assuming. Who knows?
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Maybe they just had a nosebleed, and he's cleaning up a nosebleed. But who knows? I'm thinking the worst because it's prison, and my mind's definitely running wild. Hey, good morning, Righteous Monkey. How you been? I haven't seen you in at least over a week now, maybe 2. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Really appreciate you guys. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna disconnect the call and check if he's able to call us back. Cause yeah, as you guys can hear, we just heard the announcement, so the call was still connected, but I guess the audio had gone out. And speaking of audio going out, I recently made a connection through David with some gentlemen in Calipatria State Prison. There's 4 gentlemen, and 3 have confirmed that they are interested in sharing their journey. So hopefully we're able to have them on sooner than later. But there is some issues with their tablets where they're not working the greatest right now. So I'm trying to figure out at what time of the day would be best for us to do these live calls. One gentleman told me that they typically work in the mornings, I think starting like at 6 o'clock in the morning till like about 10. So I'm gonna check if I'm able to set something up. I know it's kind of early, but it'll either be that or it'll be like one of the last calls that I did with Kevin Hunt, where towards the end of the conversation, the audio, you can't even make it out. It sounds pretty bad. And somebody, I'm not sure if it was Kevin or somebody else, had recently replied to me that the Mac rep is setting up, or they're gonna be talking to, I guess, a representative from GTL, to go ahead and rectify that whole audio situation. Also, I had mentioned it to David, and I guess this issue was going on back then, since David was there last in 2023 in April. So prior to that, they had those tablets, and I think Calipatres had the tablets longer than Centinela. So it's definitely a known issue. Kind of surprising, a company of that magnitude or size, can't get those issues under wraps and correct them, faster than what they have. Anyhow, so back to the interviews. Hopefully, we're able to get somebody on. I think, what? Now that I think about it, I think I have somebody coming in on Saturday morning. So hopefully, everything we're able to hear them and whatnot. For Saturday, I do have, normally we have David and Jesse do it on Sunday, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to work on Sunday. So I asked him if we could switch it over to Saturday, and Jesse and David got back to me last night, and we're gonna be doing it at, I believe, about 5 o'clock. So if you want to listen to Jesse and David, we'll be on this Saturday at 5, and I'm gonna have a new gentleman coming on from Centinela, I believe, in the morning, and he was referred to me. He was referred over by Jesse, so definitely, definitely looking for to speak to him. So we do have at least 5 new people coming on in the next few weeks. So definitely be on the lookout. And then Javier, I know you guys are normally asking me about Javier. I haven't spoken to Javier in the last 2 days. I'm gonna reach out to him today, check, make sure he's where he's at right now and how he's doing, and maybe we're able to do something with him later on. I'm gonna go ahead and check out the messages to check what's going on in the chat over here, and All right. Yep. So uh, Big Joe hasn't got back to me yet. It might be. I'm thinking. He probably won't be able to get back to us until the timer runs out. Because sometimes, for whatever reason, GTL thinks that you're still connecting when you're not. I have this issue with. I've had this issue previously with Javier. As a matter of fact, a few nights ago, we're speaking at about, I think, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, when there was like some earthquakes in El Centro, I believe the area is called, right there where the prison's at, and he wasn't able to reconnect until GTL. Oh, no, you know what? I know what happened at midnight. Every time at midnight, the tablets, they reset. So if you're on a call, it'll cut off your call, but you'll still get the announcements. So if you were halfway through your call, and these calls are normally 15 minutes, then you would have to wait another 7 minutes before they could call you back. So that's what what happened with Javier. I'm assuming that's probably what happened with Big Joe right now, that the system thinks that we're still in the call, even though we're not. Yeah, most likely it was a connection issue, because he didn't even normally he'll let me know, like when before something happens, or if he's gonna cut off or whatnot. So I'm definitely sure it's a connection issue. Next week, hopefully, I think I might be having some exciting news for an in-person interview next week. I'm gonna go ahead and confirm today. I'm gonna be doing a live interview out and about in the city of or LA County, to say. So I'll confirm today, and hopefully we're able to pull that off, and I'm sure you guys will definitely like the scenery of this interview, coming up. I know I am. When I heard the location, I couldn't believe my ears. So man, I'm gonna as a matter of fact, I'm picking up some new equipment. I'm picking up some boomsticks, I think they're called, where you could where you could put your microphones. So as a matter of fact, I picked one up yesterday. I'm gonna pick up one other one, and then I want to get some audio cables. So I'm better equipped, when I go out to these live interviews. For my first interview that I did with Nacho, I took the equipment that I had available, but once I got there and I was live on location, I realized that I'm still missing some audio equipment. So I've been picking up some new stuff. I've been looking. Normally when I buy new equipment, I typically try not to buy it brand new, because it's a little bit more expensive. We have this auction out here where I could place bids on Amazon returns, and I'm able to get it like maybe like half off, or even more sometimes. If nobody's interested in the items, I'm able to get like audio equipment really, really cheap. So I'm definitely doing this on a budget, because at the end of the day, it's coming from whatever I could afford. So anyhow, if he doesn't connect in the next few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream, and if he gets back to me later, then we'll go ahead and continue with the conversation. All right, so yeah, that's what I have scheduled. Saturday I got those phone interviews. Next week I have the in person, and I'll go ahead and keep you guys updated. Hey, how's it going? LBC K15, saludos, James. I send my home. Hey, thank you, I appreciate it. How are things out there in Wisconsin on the ranch? Every time you come on, that's the first thing that pops up on my mind. Oh, there we go.
This call is now being
Esta
recorded.
es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello,
Sorry
Joe.
for the delay, bro.
All right.
Yeah, we just got cut off. Are we back on or no? Not yet.
No. I was, man, I was over here. I was learning how to swim on my own over here. You know, I didn't even know what to talk about, but you know, I was just blabbing away, hoping that you would call back any second.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so we still with the audience?
Yeah, we're still live. We're still live. I was trying to, you know,
Okay,
I was trying to
that's
hold my
right.
own. Yep.
Oh my goodness. All right, that's right, baby. This is how we do it. We don't sink, we swim. Glad to be back, everybody. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping you would stay on. I was like, just give me 1 second. I'll be right here. You know? Yeah. Some fool broke his nose today, so it was all. You know. It was all leaking. You know. That's all.
Yeah.
Man, messing up our Valentine's Day special, huh?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that, man?
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Cause you know the phone went dead. I was talking and I was like, Joe, like, and then I was like, and then I heard the little announcement.
I looked and it was still on, but I couldn't hear nothing.
Yeah.
So then I was like, you know what? Let me handle my biz real quick, get this out the way, and then run back over here.
Okay. Yeah. So
So now we know why chow was late. Breakfast was late because the audience don't know, but we were supposed to be on at 7, and I called James up today at 7, woke him up. Lagaña's talking to me. He was still asleep, and I had to tell him, hey, bro, 7's not gonna be done because we're not even at breakfast yet. You know, that's the reason, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah. So yeah, that was what I was mentioning. That's what I was mentioning. I was in the middle of asking you when the phone went dead. I was asking. I was like, hey, I was like, yeah, hey, you know, I think it all makes sense now because you had mentioned earlier on that the cops were missing.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And this was the incident that they had responded. But then I was like, but you know, who knows? Maybe it wasn't an altercation. Maybe like somebody was just bleeding from their nose. But you know, you just confirmed that somebody broke their nose and you know, something obviously
you
went
know
down.
What? That's good. That was you did excellent on your own, bro, because you left them in suspense. Did he just have a nosebleed, or did he indeed get socked in the face? You know, yeah, it was a 2-on-1 today, and then it was a 1-on-1. So it was 2 gentlemen jumping one, and then it was at like almost right after it was a 1-on-1.
Hey, maybe
1-on-1 in the ring, you know.
Maybe they found out that their lady was talking to multiple dudes.
Talking to one of these dudes, bro. That's dangerous, bro. Dangerous for the livelihood in prison. I'll tell you that. And it's not a good credit score either. I'll tell you that right now too. It's definitely not a good credit score, bro. You know, on no aspect. You know, I don't care what side you on, bro. Or I don't care what car you in, or I don't care if you're from a different planet. You from Mars. That definitely is a negativo on the credit score.
Hey, you know what? And before I forget, I definitely don't want to overlook this, but Righteous Monkey showed up right after the phone went dead, and then we also got a LBCK, and LBCK just shared with us that there was a tornado 2 weeks ago out in Wisconsin.
Oh, bro, I don't know nothing about tornadoes, but let me tell you, we've been having earthquakes over here, bro. My celly's scared to sleep at night. This thing's been rocking and rolling, you know? Yeah, this thing's been rocking and rolling, bro. You know, we're having an earthquake. Yeah.
So I was, a matter of fact, I was talking to Javi like a few nights ago. We were talking like at we did a late night session, and we were on like at midnight. I think like 12:30 it started shaking, and then Javi, every time the aftershocks, you know, he was he was definitely going through it that night.
Oh man, that little old timer, he probably thought he was gonna collapse. The building was gonna collapse on him, you know.
I think he was trying to stand on the door, because they say that that's the strongest part in the house.
He's not dumb. Well, he's not dumb because that's where I was standing, James. Yeah, that's where I was too, bro. You got me effed up, but you think I did all this time, and I'm not trying to go home. I'm trying to get out these walls, You gotta live.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure those prisons they built them to be earthquake resistant. They don't want they definitely don't want to lose the money makers. Imagine you lose a whole prison.
Yes.
It's gonna be all bad for the economy.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, James, and I'll tell you why. In 2010, I hit Calipat, and we had a big earthquake. Like, it was moving that place. The cops ran out the building. The alarms in Calipat, you have metal detectors, so you got to walk through them before you go out to yard. And the metal detectors, because the building was shaking, they were going off. They were hitting the alarm. The red lights were going. The cops grabbed their stuff. They ran out the building. The tower couldn't run out, so the tower was running back and forth. He was going to the window in the back, all the way to the front, and we're like, this fool's losing his noggin. And he just didn't know what to do because he's trapped up there. He can't get out. And he was like, and then he jumped on the mic, and he's like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to make it. And I always thought that was cool of him because in his panic, he came back, and he tried to reassure us, like, it's going to be good. Long story short, we had a crack in our wall. This is 2010, James, so I am not rehabilitated right here. So that crack and that earthquake, I had a Sally from South Central 18th Street, and I was like, kick the wall, and we both jumped on the desk and we're kicking the wall. We're like, if any time's gonna give, it's gonna be now. Yeah, we just hurt our feet, bro. Hurt my knee, hurt my foot, hurt everything trying to get out of that earthquake, So these things are definitely built for it tough,
And that's funny. LBCK, I just asked, so what's the protocol when an earthquake happens? Do they leave everybody in their cells? Do they herd everybody out to the middle of the yard in the daytime? So what would happen? What's proper protocol when do they stuff like the alarms start going off? Do the cops start blowing their whistle? What happens?
Oh, young Long Beach, they will leave us to die, bro. If we had a major flood or a major anything or a major earthquake, no one's prepared for that in the world, first of all, right? So these cops definitely ain't prepared for it in here, and there is no protocol aside from get safe for as far as their part, Us, you'll find us in the rubble days later. I'll probably be one of the only survivors, Like, dang. Joe's alive. Yeah, I'm alive. You think I was gonna die under this rubble? Heck no, I got to go home one day, But yeah, they'll find us all crumbled up,
Hey, your hand comes out of the rubble, like it just comes out like, oh, we got one.
We got one. Up. Yeah, the hand comes up and it shows 5 fingers closing to a fist, a thumbs up, like, yeah, bro, I lived, Come get me. I come out all chalk looking. Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, bro. Oh, you know what? Since this is a Valentine's Day special again, let me tell you guys something, bro. Another memory, because they're both from New Delano State Prison. So in New Delano, I had a cell that could see behind the buildings. Like, every cell has a window, but you don't get to see like the vocation area in every cell. So I had a cell that used to see like the when you go to vocation, it's a little room, and the room inmate will go in, strip out, put his clothes back on, and go through the metal detector and go to the other side, right? And you go to the other side, and then you come back out after work's over, like at 3 p.m., and you got to do the same process. But in the middle of the night, they have to check. They have to check the perimeter, so to speak, right? So the cops will go. And in New Delano, we were locked down a lot. So it's like you don't have to be up in the daytime because there's no program. So right there, I'll stay up and I'll watch Poker After Dark. I'll watch my UFCs. Every day was like that in New Delano. Every night, UFC and Poker After Dark. And every night, I'll look out my window because at 12 o'clock, you see the officer go in the little room, and he comes out the other side, and he goes and does the check the perimeter, and then he'll come back. Well, one night, I look out the window and it's a dude officer with a female, and she's, not every female is stacked, but this one was. She was stacked, and I was like, damn, who's that, And they go in that little room, bro. They did not do no perimeter that night, bro. They stayed there, and I stayed hawking. And because you got windows, but you can't see, and I'm like, man, just get a little image. Let me, you know what I mean? So right there, I'm hawking the whole thing. They stayed in there for a couple hours, bro, until I just got tired and went to sleep. I never seen them ever come out. They probably stayed in there till 5 in the morning until they got to come out. Go. That's when they leave, 6 in the morning. Yeah, bro. Valentine's Day special.
Hey, so
only at you have a collect call from. Yeah.
Hey, so like being in prison, it's like being in a neighborhood, because out here, you definitely, when you walk out your house, you got eyes on you. The neighbor across the street is looking, or people are paying attention. So prison just like that, but it's more intense, and you got way more eyes, on you. The cops, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. The prisoners are gonna do whatever they're gonna do, regardless if people are looking or not.
Yeah, bro. And just talking about this, I got another one for you, bro. I was in Tehachapi, and in Tehachapi, we're not gonna go all crazy because I got some good ones, but this one I will say. In Tehachapi, there was a cop. She was a female, and I won't even say the eye color or nothing, bro. I won't even say the hair color or nothing, bro. But she was right there, and she was like on the younger side, and she used to be, she was normal, So I guess one cop don't like the fact that she's with another cop, and yeah, that happened, bro. They got in a fight in the parking lot, bro. That fool came with a black eye and everything. We're like, damn. And for the most part, remember I tell you, like, the inmates and the cops are so entwined with each other. Like, they kind of know a lot of stuff that's going on with us, and we kind of know a lot of stuff that's going on with them, And it's not like we know everything, but we do know some stuff, because when you're cool with a cop, especially this one, when I'm cool with a guy cop in here and we shoot the shit like normal, like if I'm not an inmate and he's not a cop, bro, he'll be telling me everything. Like, I banged her, that one I'm going after, this one I had last, and I'll be like, damn, little player. He'll be bathing in his own, like, yeah. I'll be like, okay, I'll see you, But, yeah, these fools don't got closed mouths either, They be letting you know the whole deal, too.
You know what? And right now that you mentioned that, my only reference point to being incarcerated would be either the halls, camp, and county jail. But I remember this one time when I was up in Camp on Azuka back in 1998, towards the end. There used to be this really, really cool staff. His name was Mr. Dozier, and and he used to bring his PlayStation. He used to bring at that time it was a PlayStation 1. And he used to bring Tekken 3, and I used to at that time I used to know how to get down on Tekken 3. So sometimes when he was in charge, he would bring out the PlayStation and we would play Tekken 3 on the big screen. But some days when he wasn't working, what he would do is he would pull me out of camp, and we would go over to the school area and play right there on the TV on the tube. We'll be playing Tekken. I remember
that's cool.
And he would do stuff like that too. So he'd be like, hey, this staff over here from Camp McNear. Oh yeah, I got her. Or he was telling me like the stuff that was happening behind the scenes. That dude was he he was running his own program that he ended up taking you back where the staff area sleep, the where they sleep and stuff. And I was like, man. So I never even knew that they slept there. They had like their own little quarters, and they had to like.
They got bungalows.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't bungalows.
Cardi B and Meg the Stallion bungalows,
Yeah. So I got a behind the scenes look, back there. Normally,
that's the real world, huh?
Yeah. So
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Funny thing was that they had the same mattresses we slept on. But they had like the double stack ones, so they would be somewhat comfortable. But they were hard timing it on the floor,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
For the women audience out there, like, you know, guys are guys still, you know, like uniform or not. Like if you get close to a inmate, you know, like stuff starts leaking out, you know, because braggadocious wants to let you know everything he done, you know. So yeah, we get little bits like that, you know.
So we're down to about 10 seconds. If you want to go ahead and give us a call back, and
Okay.
and we'll go ahead and continue. Thank you. All right, so the 15 minutes we're about to be up. Joe's gonna be calling us back, and then we'll go ahead and continue. For today, we really didn't have anything planned out besides, you know, besides the Valentine special that you know he spoke about, and once he calls back, then we'll go ahead and continue. If you guys are wondering what that it sounds like a microwave turning on in the background. It's my wife warming up something and washing some dishes.
This call is now being
Esta es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Hey, let me ask you something, because you know, I'm over here. I have a big imagination, and I keep on hearing in the background what sounds like a weed whacker, but I don't think it's a weed whacker. Do you know what it's like? It's like a buzzing noise, like a.
I don't know it. I don't hear it.
Okay.
But
It's not going on right now.
Is that it? Okay.
No. That wasn't it. Yeah, it sounded like a little mortar was was going off in the background, but who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, a little motor. No, I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear it. But
Okay.
unless it was the water, maybe, I don't know. But
I mean,
but yeah, those things, huh?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I forgot what I was gonna say already. I just said those things and it just left.
The only thing I could
Memory
think
ran.
of, the only thing I could think of was like, man, it sounded like a tattoo gun. But I mean.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely not, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not, bro. Not no more, you know.
Yeah. It was either that or a
man.
weed whacker, but I'm assuming like if they were cutting the weeds out in the yard, you probably wouldn't be able to hear it, because you know those walls are thicker than thick.
Yeah, thicker than thick, bro. We barely hear the alarms going off, you know.
Hey, did you know that Young Thug was on trial?
I did not know that at all. For what?
Some type of so in Atlanta or Georgia. Oh shit! Hold on.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, they have like a RICO act within the state, and him and a lot of his boys, you know, they got picked up.
Oh yeah. No, I do. Young Thug. I thought for some reason my mind pictured Young Jeezy, but yeah, Young Thug and them are busted. Yeah, they got the RICO going on. YNW Malley's out there fighting the murder beef. Who else is out there? They got a lot of them. Tory Lanez is in Tehachapi, I believe. What's that dude from 70s Show? He's in
Danny
where did they say
Masterson.
he was at? Yeah, he's somewhere. I forgot where they said he was. Man, I forget where he's at, but he's somewhere in California State Prison. Oh yeah, X-Rated. I see my boy X-Rated out there in the Las Vegas in the Super Bowl in the strip clubs with Too Short and Tech Nine. Man, X-Rated left Salinas Valley before I got there. You know.
Oh, trip. That's a trip.
Yeah. But while I was there, Trey D from Eastsiders was there. You know, he used to be like, shoot a sack, and he only had to come one place for that thing. You know. So we've been rubbing. You know, I was a different man back then, bro. You know. Yeah, and even Don Diego out of San Diego. I don't know if he's known like that, but he's a rapper. And the homies, this was in Calipat, the homies would be like, hey, he wants a Feezy. And I'd be like, get off my door, man. I don't know this fool. You know, but they would always come bugging me with his name, like, he's a rapper. And I'd be like, get out of here, man. Ain't entertaining that. Yeah. Good times.
Let me ask you right now. So back to the Valentine's and LBCK just asked right now.
Yeah.
He's asking me, you know, what did I get my girl for Valentine's? And two, maybe if you got something for your girl too, you know, if you could share with us. But as far as for me, you know, I woke up and I totally forgot it was Valentine's, and then
bro,
I forgot. And it was funny because I was talking about it the day before, and I was telling an ICEMAN that I was gonna run up to Costco to get a dozen roses and a dozen roses. So then I was like, oh shit, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go. You know, I gotta go. So I got ready really quick. Yeah. Shot up to Costco. It was bananas. You know, the parking lot. I had to like park on the other side of the parking lot because it was just so crazy. Ran in there really quick. Made a beeline to the roses. I think the roses. Costco has a pretty good deal. I think they ran about $16-17 for a dozen roses. I saw some chocolate covered strawberries. Picked those up. And I was in and out in about 10 minutes, and then after that I had to run over to Home Depot really quick. Came home and you know, my wife was definitely happy. You know, when I brought in the roses and the chocolate, you know, she threw the roses to the side and started handling the strawberries.
Yeah, that's good, bro. That's good. Well, James, I just got some e-cards, bro, off the tablet, and I didn't even get to send them yesterday, so I'm gonna distribute them today. And aside from that, I got a family visit, and what's today, Thursday?
Yeah.
I got a family visit tomorrow, bro. Tomorrow I'm going to be out there, so bow chicka wow wow, and that's the present right there, bro.
Hey,
that's the present right there, boy. I'm going to wrap me up in a red bow. You know?
Yeah, I'm sure you're looking forward to that, to that 2 o'clock phone call.
Oh, yeah, I am, bro.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Right here they do it. Yeah. Talk to me.
Are you able to take your tablet with you?
I don't know, James. I don't know if you could take the tablet with you, bro.
Yeah.
But I doubt they would allow that, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, you and your girl got Netflix. Hey, you can Netflix and chill.
No, we don't get Netflix.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah, we don't get Netflix on these damn tablets.
You could Stingray and chill then.
Yeah. No, but right here it's cool because they let you take out 10 CDs. So I've been other places where you can't take out CDs, and I'll be begging the cops like, "Come on, fool, you know me," and they'll be like, "Nah, I can't," you know. But right here they let us take out 10 CDs, so I got the CDs on lock, bro, and yeah, we're gonna go out there and have a good time, and I'll probably be back Sunday morning, probably, you know.
Man.
And you know what? Yeah. You know what? It's good this came into conversation right now, right? Because we talk about rehabilitation. And I've had this discussion with officers in here, and the officers like I will say, you know what? Family visits is the best rehabilitation I've ever had, right? And the cops jump on it, like they'll be like, "What? That's not rehabilitation!" And all the attitude comes down, whoa. And I'll be like, "That's not rehabilitation," and they'll be like, "Nah, fool, da 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 da. That's not group." And I'll be like, you know, the group's main objective is for you not to come back to prison, you know? Like, they're trying to wake you up. And when I went out to my first family visit, it feels like an apartment, James. It reminded me of my sister's apartments when I was a little kid, right? You got 2 bedrooms, you got the restroom, you got the bath, the shower, you got the little kitchen, you got the living room. You know, it's like a little setup. It's like a little mini house, right? And when you go in there, let me rewind. When I come to prison, they took away family visits from lifers, right? So they took them away in maybe 96 or something before my time. I get busted in 97. I'm in prison in 98. From 98 to 2017, I believe, 2017, 18, there's no family visits for lifers. And in the prisons we're at, everyone has life. So you have like very few people that even qualify to go to a family visit. I was in Tehachapi. I didn't see nobody go to a family visit. I was in Salinas Valley. My ex-Ellie, the one that killed the northerner in New Delano, he was the only person that I ever met that was going to family visits, you know? And he said it was like 2 or 3 of them in the whole entire institution. You had to do 15 years before to get off close A and get close B, or get off close A, get off close B, and turn medium A. So they made it over a decade for somebody eligible for them to actually get them with the kind of crimes we come in for. And so saying that, lifers will get 0. You could be as good as a president. You were never going to get a family visit. So the family visits came back in 2017, I believe, right? Now, I'm a juvenile, but I also murdered a juvenile. So there's restrictions for that, because in family visiting, this is why the restriction is there. If you killed a minor, you can't get family visits, right? Those laws were created because of husbands who killed their wives and children, and like, no, we're never going to let these folks go get a family visit, right? So in modern times, a lot of inmates have murders where the person is like 15, 16, 17, you know, and they too themselves can be 15, 16, 17, but it doesn't matter because you killed a minor. So because they gave the lifers family visits back in 2017, this had to get addressed because there's too many of us with a victim who is under the age of 18. Not saying they're a 2-year-old like the law was intended to, but there's a difference now, but it's still written in there. So they had to address that. So what they came up with was, if you are in here and say you're 15 and the victim's 15, right? Well, you have to do 5 years. In my case, I was 17 and she was 17. So I had to do 5 years with no 115 before I even got a family visit. But all the other lifers, like if you got 3 strikes or whatever, you were getting family visits from 2017. So I say that to let you know my first family visit was like years into prison. But when I went out there, you know, you see that little apartment and you don't think of it because all you're thinking about is one thing, like that's it, you know? But while you're in there and you wake up the next day and you see like the little apartment and you see like the conversations at breakfast and the humanity of it, it's like, man, I could have did this my whole life. I could have chilled my whole life and been happy with a 2-bedroom apartment. I could have been cool, you know? So those kind of thoughts, you're only going to feel in there if you're in prison still, because that's the only place that gives it to you. So when I'm telling these officers about family visit being so rehabilitative, they're like, no, it ain't. Groups are this and that. And I remind them again, the objective of the groups is for you not to come back to prison. So then I start sharing with them about family visit, and I'm like, look, fool, I get family visits now. You think I'm going to get a 115 to lose that? You think I'm going to get in trouble and risk losing that? Like, that's the bet. That's freedom in a prison right there. And there is nothing I will do to jeopardize that, right? So what's that do? That equals less violence in prison, right? Because at least I'm not participating no more. I'm out. I'm good. I'm good with the family visits. And when you're doing that for a piece of freedom. Now imagine when you get the real freedom. Like, I'm good. I am good. No crime. 0 crime out of me, bro. You will not see me in jail again. So when I start explaining things like that and start putting it into perspective, they're like, we never thought about that. And I'm like, I know, because the hater in you is just thinking, oh, this fool's going to go get sex right now. Like, just like guys are guys, and we hear stories about whatever they're doing to their relationships, there's a natural instinct if you're a man in prison to hate on an inmate man in prison, right? Maybe not for everything, but if a female CO talks to you a certain way or she smiles at you, the officer next to her, if he's a man, he's going to look at you crazy. And he could be cool with you. He could be cool as hell with you. But the hater in him will naturally come up and he'll be like, hey, fool, don't say that next time, or don't do that, or don't. Like, fool, I play with you even way more than that. What are you talking about, right? But the natural hater, just as a human being, it comes out, you know? So when they think family visits, it's only natural for them to like, F these inmates. They shouldn't even be allowed to do that. Like, they committed crimes. Or
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
the judge judges you to a sentence, but people still feel like they have a part.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
They still have a say-so in how you should be punished or what you should get or what you shouldn't get. And there's laws that dictate all this, but people still have a certain belief system like working in here, you know. But it is a very rehabilitative process to go out to family visits, to experience that with your loved ones, you know. Think about if you have kids, you know, like how wonderful is that? Those are reminders that this life we chose was the wrong life, you know. When you strip it all down, it all goes back to family, you know. And nothing says that more than a family visit.
Hey Joe, we're down to about 15
Yeah.
seconds right now. If you want to go ahead and give us
Yeah.
a call back, and then right now I was also looking up how many states offer conjugal visits, and I'll let you know that as soon as we reconnect.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So your 15 minutes are up, and he should be calling us back, and then I'll go ahead and share with you guys and with Joe how many states in the United States offer conjugal visits, because that's one of the first thoughts that popped up into my mind when he mentioned that that the state of California had done away with conjugal visits back in the 90s. I think before he actually stepped into prison. I was curious and wanted to know how many states offer that, because.
This call is now being recorded.
Esta es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello?
Hello, Joe.
Yeah.
So right now, when you originally started talking about conjugal visits in the state of California, and that they had taken them away before you got to prison, it got my wheels turning, and I wanted to know how many states in the United States actually offer conjugal visits, and
Yeah.
it didn't take that much, to find it on Google. Google knows everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Google knows everything.
So there's four states that offer conjugal visits. One being California. The other is going to be Connecticut, New York, and Washington are the 4 states that offer conjugal visits.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a sad thing, bro, because that reduces violence. I know for a fact it does. Because you'll have fools talking about like, oh, I'm going to go F this fool up. And then the next thing is like, man, my conjugal. It's like, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. So that's without rehabilitation. That's just conversation. That's like, don't give that up, bro. It ain't even that big, And sometimes all people need is like to be talked out of something, Sometimes they don't even want to do something in the first place, but because of these core beliefs and these character defects within us, it's like, oh, if I don't do nothing, everyone's going to think I'm a punk. So now you're putting everyone's opinion, maybe they don't even have it of you, but now you're putting an opinion in everybody's mind, and you're forcing yourself to do something. You get what I'm saying? So in those kind of situations, in those kind of aspects, Like all it is like, hey, bro, don't even do it. It's not worth it. And some fools be like, they're looking for a way out. Some fools be like, it ain't, huh? And like, no, fool, what you doing? Like, come on, your girl or that, you know? So it is definitely a violent stopper, you know?
And another question: is it your wife? Is that the only person that go visit you, or other people eligible to come visit you, like maybe like a close relative, like mother, dad, brother, sister, or is it just strictly for wives?
No, right now it's my third string Sancha. She's coming up, so no. No. It can only be a wife, bro. It can only be a wife, and they
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Wait. Excuse me. I don't want to lie to the audience. It can only be a wife as far as a woman. It can be your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers. I think that's as far as it goes, like to immediate family, right? But as far as the woman coming in, that is your wife, or California started doing because we have laws, right? So they did something with domestic partnership because I'll give you the backstory. Because the LGBT community is of the same sex sometimes. They have laws that protect them. So if me and my wife could go out, if James and his wife could go out, why can't they go out, right? That's the argument. So the law decided, okay, we'll honor domestic partnerships, right? So that's what brought in the domestic partnership. Now, after that, all of the other people that identify as straight, they were like, well, if the LGBT community, or I might have missed the word, I'm sorry, but if that community, it's okay for them to get a domestic partnership, then the hell with that. We need a domestic partnership too, right? So it's going hand in hand. They're complementing each other, right? So because of that, you didn't have to get married, which is like a cheat. Like I know a lot of the girls feel this way too, because the girls are like, we married them. And you're going to let some girl that don't have to marry them go get family visits? That's taking our family visit, like our appointment. That's making it deeper over here, right? And from a guy standpoint, like I'm not a hater, but I kind of feel that way too. Like, damn, you're stacking the deck. It's taking longer for me to get in that room, right? But from what I hear, I believe, and this is only from what I hear, I don't know how true it is, they're going to stop honoring the domestic partnership because, again, a male cop, you know, he could be cool with you and everything, but the hater in them comes out. So because certain inmates were getting visits from this girl, and then next thing you know, they're not with them no more. Now they're getting visits from this girl, and next thing you know, they're not with them no more. Now they're getting visits from this girl. The guy cops are like, oh, these fools are sleeping with whoever they want to because of this domestic partnership. It's easy. And so that argument started coming out, and like, this is just a free for all, you know? So I believe the reason they're talking about taking it away now is because officers couldn't stand to see a gentleman have more than one visitor for conjugals up here, you know? And okay, to touch on that subject real quick, James, when we got these tablets, bro, when they first gave me my tablet, I was in a different institution. And I was cool with a lot of the cops. Like I tell you, like a lot of the guy cops, some of them are young, and I just go mess with them. And the barefoot officer and the thing, he's right there. Like, there's so many cool little dudes right there, right? And I mess with a lot of them, especially the young ones. I used to always mess with them fools. And them fools, even the older ones, they're pervs, bro. You know, you have your life. You go home every day, bro. You go home every day. We're stuck in jail. And they're cool with me, so they'll be trying to show me other fool's girls on the tablet like she is beautiful, and I'll be like, because they got them on the screen. They got a big computer and they could pull all of us up, right? And they're like, where do you guys get these girls? Like, dang, there's so many beautiful girls. Like, what am I doing? They're trying to ask us, like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, I have no idea, bro. First of all, you're trying to ask the inmate for advice. That's the first thing you're doing wrong because you're free. You go out and get it however way you want it, you know? And but they were so infatuated once they seen the tablets and once they seen the pictures. They were so infatuated with like, how could you get a girl like that? Basically, that's the standpoint they took. Like, how could someone like you get a girl like this? Like, there's no way she should even get at you, right? And they were so mesmerized by all the pictures coming in, bro. Like, they were blown back, and I got to hear it all. And I'll be like, dang, you fools are straight haters, bro. Like, I can't even believe it, you know? But yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. My girl, because the information comes out on the tablet, there's a certain part of the tablet that has the information, like the email account, I don't know what else it has, but it has the phone number and the email account, like, displayed, right? So when we first got these tablets, bro, my girl's IG, like, it went up on the, right when we got the tablets, that thing was going up. Not all crazy, but it went up enough for her to see the needle got pushed. And then she was getting random calls from like where I was at, bro. Like, and I was like, these fools are crazy, bro. Like, they're trying to get at our girls, you know? But, you know, it ain't nothing to a boss, homeboy, you know? Because if someone steals her, then she didn't belong to you anyway, you know?
Hey, that's a trip.
Yeah, but I was tripping.
I
was tripping. I was tripping hard. I was tripping hard, bro. The cops were telling certain inmates, they would be like, hey, Snowman, tell your girl to send you some nudes, and they'll be like, what? And they'll be like, I'm just saying Snowman because we were talking about Jeezy, you know?
Yeah,
and they'll be like, hey, Snowman, tell your girl to get you some nudes, bro. And the homie will be looking at them like, hey, fool, don't get at me like that. And they'll be like, what do you mean? And be like, fool, you want me to get nudes of my girl so you can see them? So you can screenshot them? So you could take them? Because you're not going to approve them for me. Like, and it was crazy, bro. And I was just tripping out on these pervs. Like, dang, bro, you guys got it bad, bro. I don't know what you're doing. If I ever parole, I'll swing back through and take you on a KC party with Travis and Mahomes or something. But you need to figure out what you're doing, bro. Because if you're doing stupid to those levels, that's pretty bad, bro.
And you know what? And
Yeah.
you bring up another point. You know, when you're sending in pictures, you know, from the street, you know, it's not going only to the person you're sending it to. It's going into it's being archived, and anybody that
Yeah.
has access to the system, whether it's the guards or
any
officers or GTO.
or even in my case, yeah, GTL too, yo.
So a lot of this information, you know, it's being archived, and it's funny because there's this other YouTube channel where I'm not sure this is happening in California. I'm not exactly sure what states they do it at, but they fill out Freedom of Information Act, and they'll get call records and they'll get call records and picture messages for whatever individual, you know, they're trying to find out information of, and they post up videos and conversations of so like me and you.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Like you know, me and you were having a conversation over the phone. Like they'll petition whatever the
Yeah,
state. They'll petition the state and they'll give you.
They're gonna try to get rich.
Yep.
They're trying to get rich off of our conversation, bro. Check this out. If I ever catch anybody doing that, I'm gonna release Taylor's version. We'll do the whole interview all over, word for word. We'll get ours right, boy. You know, I'm tired of these record companies, bro. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, though, bro. All jokes aside, I hear you.
Yeah. So I mean, it's vicious out there. You know, it's vicious. You know, you think you're having these private conversations, and nah, they're not private. A bunch of other people, you know, eyes and ears, you know, are you know, have access to all these conversations. But you know, if they ever pull my records or our records, you know, we're in the up and everything's good over here. So
Yeah. Yeah, everything's good over here. Let me make my own dollar off my own voice, you know?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you, bro.
But
They might start using me for commercial ads. Yeah.
hopefully one day, you know, we're able to get that Super Bowl Super Bowl
Yeah,
ad.
that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, spend 15 million. Spend 15 million on my Super Bowl commercial, huh? No, we won't even spend that, James. They'll be like, the commercial will come on. It's just a black screen for a couple seconds. People took the money and ran, huh?
I'll be shooting. I'll be shooting mines on the iPhone and whatever money we could scrape together, and that'll be the budget for the PR.
No, we'll just do that commercial where that homie's on the skateboard singing some song, and he was like a TikTok commercial. We'll redo that one, and I throw out 15 mil.
There it is.
Yeah.
Hey, who do you think we could do? Maybe we could do one with 7-Up, or what company do you think will go for it?
Bro, I've been in prison. You know, I got some nice ones written up. Yeah. They ain't never gonna come out, but I still thought of them. You know.
That's right. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, that's what helps you get through the day and keeps you sane. You know, it's the thoughts in your mind, and either they could make you or break you, pretty much. But you definitely have you gotta have a good imagination, you know, because counting those bricks or ants coming into your cell, you know, it gets old quick.
Yeah, it does, bro. It does. And then in prison, you got nothing but time, so your mind just wanders, you know. Like you could do nothing with it, or you could do something with it, you know.
And let me ask you: did you have you achieved any degrees or any certification? While you've been back there?
Not much, bro. Not much. I'm just relying on ARC. Like if that day ever comes for me, if that day ever comes for me to I got an AA degree.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
If that day ever comes for my freedom, where I step out these gates, right? Like ARC is huge in California for helping us get out and get jobs. They do business contracts with different organizations at different times, and depending when you get out or when you ask them for help, whoever they're with, they plug you in. And they have an apprenticeship that leads in a union job. Like they stay on it, bro. They stay on it to help us, you know. And I don't know not one lifer that got out and is doing bad, except for one idiot that ran to Mexico, you know. Yeah, but the rest of them are doing good, bro.
He ran a what?
He ran to Mexico.
Oh, he ran to Mexico. Oh,
he ran to Mexico.
So we got about 7 minutes. If you could go ahead and give us a call back, and hopefully you can share some details on that. All right. So the 15 minutes were up, so he should be calling us back shortly, and we'll go ahead and continue with the conversation. And I'll double check with him right now. I'm not sure if he has anything planned for his day today, and if he doesn't, then maybe we'll just go ahead and run the full 2 hours. How long have we been on so far? Okay, so we're about to be hitting an hour and 40 minutes. So there we go.
This call is now being recorded.
Este es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello, Joe.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
So
back on.
Yeah. So for today, do you how much longer can you be on? Do you have any plans today?
I got no plans. Bro. At least for the morning, no plans at all.
Okay. Perfect.
So I
perfect.
don't. Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe like 1 or 2 more calls, and
okay.
then So you mentioned somebody ran to Mexico. They absconded, or
Oh,
they just
yeah.
went for the day, or what was the whole situation behind that? If
Nah,
you don't mind sharing.
nah. This dude. Okay, backstory. In '98, I'm in Tehachapi, and they have remember SNY yards are a lot smaller back then. Like, it's not populated like it is now, right? So it's like 5%. So we're trying to take one of those 5% back. And this individual, this is at Tehachapi. This individual, he gets life right there for stabbing somebody. He had 2 strikes. He's busted at a 15, 16, 17-year-old kid. He's in prison, and he stabbed somebody, and he had 2 strikes. So they don't pick up stuff with lifers, but they picked it up with him because he had the 2 strikes. They strike him out right there. They give him life. So he ends up doing life with us in here. And then I get to Centinela, and I see him. And I kind of look the same. So he's like, hey, I know you. And I'm like, I don't know this dude for nothing. And he's like, I've been here, I've been there. And I'm like, nah. And I tell him, I start off in Tehachapi before, and then I'm going to say the list of prisons I've been to. And he's like, oh, I was there. And then it turns out I know this dude. We were on the same whole yard together, right? And this is around the time when he gets his life sentence. And now he's here, and he's going to board. And he goes to board, and he gets found suitable, and he goes home from here. I got to see him go home. And he went, you know, you have to go to a transitional house, you know? So he goes to a transitional house, and I guess he don't want to take orders from them. He don't want to listen to them no more now that he's on the streets, right? All of a sudden, he don't know how to walk a straight line. And so I guess he's seen his freedom collapsing because he didn't want to do nothing. And so he just went to Mexico, bro. And what a retarded move that was, you know?
And
So, by the way, when he comes back, he will have life in prison. We don't get violated. His violation will be a life sentence again, and he'll have to start the whole process over again.
So in that case, since so pretty much your life sentence gets reinstated, how long do you have to wait before you're eligible for a parole board hearing?
You go annually. You go every year. So every year he'll be going.
And is this the first person you heard of, going home as a lifer?
Coming back?
And then going back, yeah.
He is the second one. This one ain't back yet, but I was locked up with somebody who had got out through the board system. He got 6 dirty drug tests, and they didn't want to violate him because they knew he was going to have life again. So they kept giving him a chance and kept giving him a chance. And finally, after the 6th one, they were like, sorry, fool, you're gone, you know? And he came back and he had life again. And I was with him when he was going every year. And I think he did 7 more years going every year. I think like on the 7th or 8th year, they let him out again.
And how long ago was this that he went home?
That one just got out again. So he got out. He got out early. Like he got out like 2014, I think, somewhere right there, or 2015. He was one of the early ones to get out. You know, but he didn't tackle his drug problem. And if he did, he let it resurface. Cause these houses you go to, bro, they're not good by no standards, right? Like every time I hear someone talk about these transitional houses, they're like drug infested. Everyone's in there slamming, like they're smoking dope. Like it's not a good place to live. But the board will not let you live with your family. They're like, you have to go to that house for 6 months to a year, you know? So it's like a setup. I mean, it isn't, because you should have worked on yourself, right? Like you should not, no matter what temptation is in there, you can't go for it. But it's ugly to put an individual with a ugly drug history in an environment like that at the same time, you know?
Man, yeah, that's I mean, that's the real test right there. I mean, you know,
Yeah, that's
you
the
know,
test.
you're able to, navigate prison and, make it home, and then, they put you I mean, what you put yourself in a situation like that, and then at the end of the day, but um,
Yeah,
you have to have some type of self control. What's more important, right?
yeah,
Your freedom, or
yeah. Freedom.
or dope.
Yeah, yeah. Family visits every day or family visits every 2 months. What's better for you? You know? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And did he learn? What was his mindset? The second time around.
Honestly speaking, I mean, I know his mindset would have wished he would have stayed out there, but he was still, at least when I knew him, he was still.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
At least when I knew him, he was still a weak individual, you know?
Even on the
Yeah.
second time, when he got found the second time suitable to go home, he was
Oh,
still.
I wasn't with him. I wasn't with him when he got found suitable. I
Oh,
was
okay.
with him before that.
Yeah.
Like I was already gone, and they told me later, like he got found suitable, right? But I'm saying while I was with him, you know, it was still all over his face, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I don't know if he was drowning in self pity or like a cope of healing, but that's why we have to work on ourselves, and you can't let yourself get back to that point, you know. And this individual is so smart, so when he talks, he can explain everything to them exactly how they want to hear, you know. But you know, there's a chip on their shoulder probably because it's like we let you out the first time. You fooled us the first time, and every time I'm talking to you, it sounds like you got this. There's no one better to talk to than you. If it was just words, we would let you out every time. But they made him wait a couple years to try to teach him that lesson, you know. Because in their mindset, it's probably like if we let you out, fool, and you got a drug problem, how far down the line does it escalate before you got no money, you're old, you, you're not gonna get the best job out there, and you're gonna rob somebody or kill somebody for some dope? Like it's probably gonna go to that point. They're probably seeing that in the future for a heavy drug user like that, you know?
Yeah. And right now,
Yeah.
you were speaking about being paroled. Um, when the day comes for you, do you have like an idea, like do you get to choose, what halfway house you parole to, and would you have a ride, like how do you set up your travel, to get from point A to point B? Does your family have to take you to the halfway house? Do you make pre-arrangements with like ARC, or how's that, like what do you picture in your mind as far as for yourself?
Okay, for myself, I picture someone picking me up, and depending, like let's pretend I go home on a Friday, right? Then I'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll have to go to the halfway house Monday, I believe, right? But let's pretend I will be paroled on a Monday. I think it's only 24 hours, so I'll have to be in there Tuesday. But either way, um, I will have someone picking me up. And let's pretend I didn't. Let's pretend I had absolutely nothing. They give you $200. You'll find some bus fare to take you to your destination with that, you know? And let's pretend you don't want to get on the bus, right? ARC, you could call them and they will come pick you up. You can tell them, look, bro, I don't have no ride home. I'm coming home. I'm scared. I got nobody. Like whatever your spiel is, however you are at that certain time. If you're scared, you can say it to them. They're Most of them are lifers who got out. I believe all of them are lifers who got out, and they're continuing the helpful journey to make it easier on the next person, right? They'll come pick you up and they'll take you to McDonald's or Denny's or wherever. I'm sure they're gonna let you pick, like where you want to go eat, bro, for breakfast. Where you want to, you know what I mean? They're gonna treat you nice, you know. And these are gonna be strangers unless you know some of them already, and they're gonna come pick you up and they'll take you home. You know, so in California we have a beautiful system set up. In California we love helping lifers succeed. now, um, yeah, it's a beautiful thing over here. So there's no struggles. Like in my opinion, there's no struggles, no stress. Yes, but struggling like to get a roof over your head, they make you go to the halfway house anyways. And I do not believe you get to pick where you go. I honestly believe you could submit different houses. You could submit where you would like to go, but ultimately the powers that be pick wherever you're going to go to.
So let's say you were previously you going to prison, you lived in like San Francisco, and then you happen to find yourself in Centinela. When you parole, they could possibly put you like in a halfway house in San Diego.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's normal, but I know it's possible because I know a gentleman from Los Angeles, California, and he paroled to San Francisco. So I know that exists, and I know a lot of people say you have to parole to the county of your arrest, wherever you got arrested at, right? I think that's old law. I honestly believe that's old law because I've seen this gentleman, and this gentleman was free. He came back to prison to talk to us, and he's the one that shared that. He was like, "Look, bro, I've been in LA all my life. To me it was gang ridden. I didn't want to go back to. I believe he was from South Central, and he was like, I wanted a new life. I wanted to start over. I didn't want to be run into old friends where I will be tempted to have old memories and hang out with them again. Like I didn't want that. I just wanted to separate myself all the way where I'm just on a good path." And that gentleman came up in a nice sharp suit, and he was telling us like he had just got his Escalade, and he was telling us of his accomplishments, and he had only been out like 5 years, and he was just encouraging us to like there's a whole lot of life out here to live, And but the main point about that is that he did get arrested in LA, got a life sentence in LA, and he went to San Francisco to his transitional house.
Man, that's
But I think I don't know. I think that was by choice though, because he sounded like he wanted that, like he really wanted that,
And how often do people that were found suitable and are able to when they discharge their parole, they're able to come back once they discharge, right? They can come back into the prison system to speak to you guys while they're on parole, right?
Yes. Yes. I don't think.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I do not believe on parole, right? But I'm gonna tell you this: one of my ex-cellies got out, and he was not like this rehabilitative on this trip like I am, right? Like give back to the community. Like he wasn't really on that trip, right? But they invited him to a juvenile hall where he's at, and he got out last year.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
He got out last year in June or July. He's been going to that juvenile hall like since he's been out for 6 months. So he's still on parole, bro. But he's like, these kids love me. They gravitate towards me. They're listening. He's like, there's some mess ups that the staff are like, we can't believe he's listening to you, because he fights with all the staff members right here, And so he's getting the love bug for giving back to these kids and letting them know there's a better way, And he's still not off parole. So as far as juvenile hall, I know that's possible, But prison, I think you will have to be off parole.
And we're running short on time right now. We got about 12, 13 seconds. If you want to go ahead and call me back, and then we'll make the next call. The last one, we give a shout outs, and we'll go ahead and let you continue with your day. All right. So this coming up call is going to be our last call of the day. And I gotta go ahead and get back to my prior commitments. I got these rooms over here. I gotta start painting. The last 2 days I've been primering them, and I think I went to bed about 2 a.m. finishing up the last the last room a few nights ago, I ended up running out of paint in the middle of it, so I ended up running over to Home Depot yesterday, picking up some more primer. I got knocked that out of the way last night, and today I'm gonna go ahead and put on the final coat.
This call is now being
Este es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Joe Perez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, James. Man, this was a Valentine's Day special, bro. And if I ever get out, bro, you could look this up now. You can start looking up now, bro. We're gonna have to figure out how to make me a calendar. Well, not me a calendar, but for the ladies, I'll give them that for Valentine's Day special. We'll put out a calendar for whatever year I get out the following year, You're like, this fool crazy.
Hey, you know what? That it's easy. It's easy to do something like that now. There's this website I think it's called Shutterfly, and man, they be making all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
You want to make some mugs, some T-shirts, a mouse pad with your picture on it,
Yeah.
a calendar, whatever. It's
we need to do this for cheap though, James. Shutterfly seems more like a family thing. We need the mass production.
Oh, then we're gonna
Mass
have
production of this thing.
we're gonna have to go to AliExpress.
Yeah,
then.
we'll tackle that next time. Yeah, we'll tackle that next time. I ain't even out yet, bro. But to the audience, I am doing everything to get out. And hopefully one day in the future, my feet step outside these walls, and if they do, you're gonna be a part of it. Yeah, we'll make sure you're a part of that for sure.
I'll definitely be there. This one-man operation. I'll be there. I'll be the camera guy. I'll be the reporter, the interviewer. Man, I'll be doing it. I'll be doing it all.
Yeah.
Yup.
Doing it all.
As a matter of fact, you know how earlier on, when you had to go do that cleanup for that nosebleed, I was mentioning to the audience or whoever was listening that I recently started buying some more equipment. I picked up some boomsticks which hold the microphones. So I'm stepping it up on the gear that I have. I'm buying all this stuff secondhand or Amazon returns. Like out here, we got an auction where you could bid on items that people return. And a lot of the times, I found is that they're just returns. They haven't even been used. So you get like brand new items for a fraction of the price. The only thing is, well, obviously they don't come deliver them to you like Amazon. You just gotta drive over to the warehouse. You make an appointment, and man, they'll bring up they'll bring your items out, and it's a trip. When I pull up there, sometimes I'll see like people buy all kinds of stuff. They're furnishing their homes. They're buying couches, pillows, candle holders, all kinds of stuff. At the auction. So yeah, definitely.
And returning it.
No. So okay, they're buying the stuff on Amazon, returning it, but then what happens? Those things don't get stocked back to Amazon. They send it over to an auction, and that's where I'm purchasing these items from the auction, getting it.
Wait, hold up. Let's just fill the consumer in. So you're telling me you go to an auction, and the name of the auction would be what, James?
So for this particular auction, it's called Nellis Auction. And there's a few locations.
Analyst, like the Juvenile Hall, like the YA Analyst.
Nellis Auction. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And they
shout out to Woodier. Okay.
That's right. Yeah. And then you just pretty much type in, like if you're looking for microphones, you just type in microphone, boom, and then the cool thing about it is that they have auctions every 24 hours. So if you're not able to get
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
If you're not able to find that particular item like today, you could look it up tomorrow, and it'll possibly they'll have it tomorrow. We've got my wife has gone crazy, like buying all kinds of stuff, portraits for the wall, frames.
I believe it.
but I'm cool because it's cheap. It's dirt cheap. If nobody bids on it,
Yeah.
you could in theory get something for $1.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You put your wife up on it, or she put you up on it?
Nah, so not even my wife's brother put her up on it. That would be he recently moved into to a new home and he was buying all kinds of stuff
Yeah.
and he was getting all kinds of packages and my wife asked him like, hey, what's up, like where are you getting all this stuff from? And then
Yeah.
he ended up sharing it, and then it's moving like wildfire over here, So, I got up on it, here and there, I'll order some stuff. And like yesterday, I went to pick up a boomstick, and
boomstick.
yeah. and
Okay.
and like
Okay.
and then so you could pretty much find whatever whatever they sell on Amazon, you could find it as a return and get it for a fraction of the cost.
Oh man, you see this, guys? This is what I love. This is networking at its finest. You come up here, we come up there, we spend little money. The economy's taking enough of our money on our own, baby. This is how we get ahead in life. Build the community and support each other.
Yep. So
Yeah.
and
Analyst, I'm gonna write that down in my book.
you gotta, definitely. And if they don't have it in your area, let me know, and we could work something out where we could start like an underground railroad where
that's what I'm talking about. Networking, baby.
There it is. Yeah.
We're all God's people. Yeah, He wants us to live happy and peaceful. Like man, you know what, James?
Yeah.
I can you Google something for me real quick? Let's put the audience up on this. Let's see. I want to find out.
Yeah.
What are Versace chains made out of? Somebody told me they're copper and they're gold plated, and they said they're costume jewelry, right? I can't see. I don't know. Can you help me out with this?
I'm looking it up right now. You said a chain, right? Chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, they said all of their chains are like copper, and I was like, no way, bro. I don't believe that. Like, this Versace. They were like, don't get me wrong, that price tag is still up there, but it's just gold plated. And I was like, I found that shocking. That was a consumer shocker right there.
So okay, so Google is saying, is Versace jewelry real gold? And it says yes and no. The Versace brand and products, a line of fashion jewelry that typically does not include real gold. What?
Oh.
But there is.
Say no more, James. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'll wash my hands with this real quick. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Joe does not give his stamp of approval, because if I buy something, baby, I want it real, And if you're charging me that much money for that kind of chain, it better be real. It better not be full of brass. It's brass with gold dip. That's bougie. Bougie. Wash your hands with that, James.
Man, yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, you're dropping that type of cash. You definitely want something quality. But some people don't care. All they care about is the branding, and that's good enough for them.
Yeah. I get it, bro. But at the end of the day, if this Christmas gift got to go back, I want the full value. Because no way, bro, am I doing that.
And I just got a comment from ICEMAN. ICEMAN is typing in from work. He'll catch us on the rebound.
Okay. That's right. You're gonna like this one. This is gonna be titled the Valentine's Day Special, but you're gonna get a special up in there, like midway. You're gonna get a surprise, huh, James?
Yeah.
You'll be like, okay, that's real prison stuff right there.
Hey, and since Valentine's was yesterday, what kind of meals did you guys have? Like a special Valentine's meal going on over there? Any burritos or a spread? What kind of food did you guys have?
Nah, bro, I was thinking about it. I couldn't even think of it right now. But what I did was I did push-ups yesterday. I've been trying to blow this chest out, and I just ate fish. I ate my protein. I ate rice, soup, and mackerel. That was it. But I'm gonna tell you what, that family visit, that also gives you food, So I'm gonna have my Valentine's Day meals out there.
So you guys have a stove? Can your wife bring in food, or does she buy it from one of the package companies and then they ship it to the prison and then they'll give it to you once she gets there?
Okay, bro, this is the best thing about. I mean, it's not the best thing. Don't get me wrong. That sounds so retarded right now. But this is one of the best things of family visit. You get to eat steak. You get to eat shrimp. You get to eat like meals you will never get in prison. And having that meat, I gotta say this for the audience, bro. Having real meat, like a steak or a T-bone or pork chops, right? We've been in prison so long that our teeth get accustomed to eating soup. That's it. So when I'm out there for the first family visit, what I remember the most is how raw my mouth got, bro. Because you're biting this meat, and little do you know, your little gums are like, they haven't had meat in a long time in the roof of your mouth. And the next day you wake up and you're like, what's wrong with my mouth? Like, this thing is crazy. And you realize, like, dang, that meat, eating real meat is challenging if you hadn't done it in 2 decades or something like that, you know? Like, it's you don't notice when you're eating it, but the next day you're like, wow. So your mouth has to get used to eating meat again, you know? And that first visit, though, the first one, bro, anybody's going to feel that. That's how deprived we are of real food in here.
So right now, since we're on the topic of food, do you know? Do you make any special requests with your wife as far as the food package, or she just gets whatever she wants?
No, in the beginning it was more. In the beginning it was more like I want this, I want that, right? But now it's like I don't even care because I'm used to everything already. So she's the most special thing about that visit now, you know. And I'm not saying she wasn't before, but there was definitely an interest in the food before. And aside with that, also it's like, I know I've been to board once already. I know I'm on my way out. I know, you know, you never know with board. You never know if you're gonna get out when because they don't work like that. Like, they can always pull a date from you, right? So until your feet touch the ground, you're not out. But whenever that day comes, I know it's sooner now.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
It's sooner now more than ever. So, like, the food, that's secondary, bro. I could eat whatever I want out there. The most important thing about this family visit is her, you know.
That's right, and we're getting short on time, so we're down to about 3 minutes. We just hit the 3 minutes, so just
hit it. Hit it, James. Hit the roll call. Big ICEMAN. Thank you for checking in, bro.
That's right. Yeah, ICEMAN, definitely checking in.
Everybody else too.
Everybody, yeah. We had let me see. Let me look at the chat over here. Don't want to overlook.
Amy was up in here.
Yeah, we had. Yeah.
I believe the other one. I believe the other girl's name was Katrina.
No, Karina.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, it was
Karina. Okay.
Karina, yeah.
Karina.
We also
the K stuck in there.
There it
is.
is.
You know?
We also had Fish Slayer SoCal, you know, tapped in. We had Righteous Monkey. LBC, yeah, LBC K15 tapped in. And then we also had Stepping, STEPPIN. I think this is the first time I've seen that person participate in the chat. You know, appreciate, shout out to Stepping. And we also got
what's up, Stepping?
That's right. And Miguel R. ARR. You know what?
He got 2 ARs, huh? Hey, that's big guns. I'm gonna nickname him Big Guns.
What do you call it? Miguel actually put a comment on here, and he put, people want, you know how we were talking about, I guess like the gentleman that had, you know, come back into prison. I think that was right around the time that he put that message. Yeah. But he put, people want to be talked into and talked out of. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, no, I believe that might have been when we were talking about when you get family visits and if a fight's about to happen, like, hey, so let that go. And like, some people, all they need to do is is get talked out of it, and yeah, I agree with him 100%. It's all for show sometimes.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
It's all for show, and they don't even realize it, and they're the ones actually gonna do it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so want to go ahead and thank all of you, especially you, for coming on, spending these 2 hours with us. I'm sure you could have been doing, something else with your time, but you took time out of your day, to share with us and with the audience, and really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, James, and I'll touch bases with you whenever you need me, bro.
All right, perfect. So, like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it, it's lights out.
It's a long lights out, boy. Don't ever blow that candle out.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
it's long.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, you
I'm
have
going to
a
go
good
ahead and
day.
cut the stream. If you want to go ahead and call me back, we will touch on a quick subject, and then you go on about your day. Hey, thank you guys. And with that, I'm out. You guys go ahead and enjoy your day. Thank you. Appreciate that, Miguel. I was like, man, what is Miguel trying to type? I'm confused over here. I don't understand these letters.